Hey, hey, this is the Dragonfly from Pure Orgasmic Love Podcast. You're listening to the BS Podcast Network.
This podcast brought to you by OuchThatHurts.com. Visit Ouch That Hurts for music, gaming, reviews, editorials, podcasts, and more. OuchThatHurts, HERTZ.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Save Point Podcast. Here with Jesus and Jesus. Steve will join us later, hopefully. And this is our season 2 finale.
Ooh.
How's it going?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Well? I'm doing great. Like I said, it's our season 2 finale. Can you believe it's been 2 seasons?
It's time just flies by, honestly.
It does. It really has. Just trying to set it up and all the hard work and all of that. No, it's awesome. Basically we will, like I said, this is going to be the end of season 2. Season 3 will be starting sometime in the fall. We haven't really set out a date, but we'll let you guys know. Just keep on our Discord, which join our Discord. And watch OuchThatHurts.com. That's HERTZ.com. So check them out. And the BS Podcast Network. So you'll find out all of our stuff and be able to figure out when we're coming back. But we are coming back. I know I'm coming back. Are you coming back, Jesus?
I'll be back. As long as you'll have me, I'll be here.
It's the second coming of Jesus.
Exactly.
Didn't they say that that's the end of the world, though?
No, because remember in the lore that he perished on the cross and then came back at Easter.
Yeah.
So it's the third coming. Technically, his third coming.
Yeah.
Depending on a lot. Actually, you know what? I have a really interesting tale of that. I got into a reasonably argument because you know how rosaries have the cross on them, right?
Yes.
So, it got me really thinking, why does everyone have the cross on them? And if Jesus does come back, he'll have PTSD just having the crosses everywhere. Why are you guys showing me this? I suffered there. Stop.
That is so bad.
It's true, though.
That's really bad.
It's true, though. You don't want to be reminded of where you were, It's like that moment.
You're asking if Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior that they claim that He is, or people claim that He is going to, when He comes back, come back from the dead, mind you. Come back from the dead, mind you, and say when He looks at a cross, He's going to get PTSD. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
It will. It will. Come on. Shell shock. I do. They have, they literally have some crosses with him actually in them, and why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's get away from this topic.
Well, what was the? I like the was it 21 Jump Street when they were in the remake?
Oh,
of it?
yeah.
And was it Korean Jesus? Yeah, Korean Jesus.
I love that.
Oh well. The whole E3 thing is over. The whole hype of E3 is over. E3 is over. But that doesn't mean that we haven't stopped thinking about the games. So before we kind of get into kind of our final thoughts and what we're really kind of looking forward to in the future, and ending this, what have you been playing? Have you been playing anything, Jesus? Have you been playing anything from E3? Have you checked out anything new, or are you back on Destiny?
I have been back on Destiny. Well, it's just kind of my.
God.
It's just it's a good game, man. It's gotten better. Like everyone, there's a lot of people on our Discord that play it too.
Yeah, there are.
So it's gotten a lot better, honestly. But it's one of those games where I just hop on for maybe like an hour or two, do some missions, and then I'm done for the day. Overall, I've been kind of checking. What was that Zelda game? The Melody one.
Oh, Cadence.
Yeah, I got a chance to see some like a good extended gameplay of it, and it looks fantastic. Loved it. It looks like it seems one of those games where you'll just sit around and enjoy the music. The score on that thing is great. From what I was watching, it sounds fantastic. So, but as far as me purchasing, there's a couple of games that at least that's one game that's going to be coming out. The Mario Maker 2 for sure. That one's actually going to come out around the time this episode comes out. So look forward to me streaming that and making Mario levels.
Correct. In fact, I'm actually going to be picking it up this week too.
Ooh, yeah! Challenge each other. Just have the Discord. Just have everyone put like a level, and see if we can beat each other's levels.
Absolutely. Like we should definitely co-stream that. I'm picking it up. I know I'm picking it up on Friday. And all of that. So. Yeah. So
what have you been playing?
So I've been still working on the Dragonstar Veneer.
I've been seeing a little bit of your stream. I've been lurking.
You've been lurking.
I am a lurker.
A lurker. So I've been playing that. I really like it. I think the story is pretty cool with it. If there's only one complaint, I think I always love a good story, but sometimes it's like, okay, we got the point. You don't need to keep like droning it into you.
Too much exposition.
Yes, like there's just so much. It's like walk, and then it's a 15-minute cutscene, and it's not even really a cutscene. Like it's the
dialogue.
Like, well, it's not the dialogue. It's like the way that they do it. So like in modern or like nowadays RPGs, you'll have people walking around and they'll still be interacting with the environment.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's we're going to put a background in we're going to put a background, and then the characters are going to slide in, and they're going to be in like a pose, and like the only thing that's going to move is their mouth. And then they'll talk, and then obviously we'll say it at the bottom, and then like when somebody leaves, they'll just slide off the screen, or if somebody else comes into the conversation, they'll come in. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no like.
Wow, really?
Yeah, like it reminds me of a really, really old RPG, like the way the older RPGs did stuff, like when Dragon Quest came out and all of that,
all right, I'm starting to understand.
So I mean, it's not bad. Like the story is engaging enough that I'm interested in it. It's just, and there's a lot of elements to it. That's why it's taken me a little bit longer to write it. But it's interesting. It's an interesting, fun game. So I've been playing that, and then I'm starting to. I've always wanted to play it on PC. I never had a PC to run it, and I talked about it last week. I picked it up, and I really dove deep into it, and that's Elder Scrolls Online, Elsewhere.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it came with like Somerset and Morrowind and everything before that in the base game. So
the whole thing, nice.
Yeah. So it came with everything. So I'm kind of basically playing through everything right now. I have absolutely no idea where I'm at because there's just so much. Like there's so much to this. Like I didn't even realize how much there is to this game, but I'm having a hell of a lot of fun playing it.
That's Elder Scrolls for you.
Yeah. So that's basically what I've been playing, as far as that goes. So I figured Steve would be on here yet. Steve is dealing with
the little ones.
The little ones. Yeah. Steve and I, for anybody that doesn't know, we both have little ones. Sometimes little ones don't go down, and sometimes they do. So just before we started recording this, I just think this is funny. So we're talking about and back and forth, and I'm like, oh, so did you pull out the chloroform or ether? And he goes, no, we have a big mallet. And I went, oh, okay. So he goes, yeah. He says, wham. Then they fall, and joking around or whatever. And then I started posting, what is it? YouTube videos of Wham. And he's like, yeah, exactly. Wham. And then they listen to it and then they fall asleep. So, though the reason I bring this up is that, do you know that? So the lead singer of Wham is George Michael. Okay.
Okay. Following.
Do you know George Michael's real name?
No.
Yeah. I mean, you know who George Michael is when I say that? Yeah, okay.
That's the minimum I know.
Yeah. So his real name is Georgios Paniotou.
Really? That's a really great like stage name.
Yeah, like George Michael, yeah. Georgios Paniotou. So, I don't know, just the weird type of trivia, I guess, for that. But no, as we were talking about, before we get into our topic, like we said, check out our Discord. You can find it at any link, or you can find the link at any one of our episodes. It's one of the first lines that's on there, so just click on it and come right to us. Subscribe, leave comments, whatever. We can't get better unless you let us know what's going on. A couple of things too is we have our new Instagram page is up. So it's
time for me to follow it
and for you to follow it. So that's the Save Point Podcast. So just look us up. Same logo that you see for us on our basically on our podcast is the same logo. That's our face. I don't want to say Facebook. Why can't I think of it? Like our profile picture. Our profile picture is just the Save Point Podcast, our normal logo. So just look for that. I don't know how many are actually out there. Follow us at the Save Point on Twitter. And then what else? Also we do have a YouTube channel also. And
actually,
unbeknownst to me, I didn't know that was on.
Really?
Yeah, well, I didn't realize. So we go through Podbean, and I didn't know that Podbean actually will automatically publish our episodes. So I found that out the other day, and I'm like, because I had a comment. Somebody commented, and I'm like, they're like, you have a comment on your Facebook channel, and I'm like, or not your Facebook, on your YouTube channel. I'm like, I don't know, I had a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's where most of my comments for my podcast come from. My YouTube channel. And heads up for anyone, the Instagram is save_point_podcast, because I can find it the other way around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You gotta be clear with these.
They I don't know, there was something weird when I was putting it in. They're like, you can't use spaces, and I'm like, what do you mean I can't use spaces? So I don't know.
Oh, gotta follow Steve. Gotta follow us all on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us all on Instagram, and you'll find our page. So, So with that little bit out there, I think, like I said, this is our season finale, and I think this is kind of one of those nice places to kind of take a little bit of a break, because after the E3, it's kind of like it seems people are just working on games or they're going on vacation, and there's not really a lot that come out. Like, I really think that the last really big one that's coming out is the before we kind of get into the fall hype, Broketober and all of that, is Super Mario Maker. Like, I can't really think of anything that's coming out over the. I mean, we got was it Marvel?
The Switch game?
Yeah, the Switch game, the Ultimate Alliance 3, which is July. But I mean, after that, like, really, what's really that big that's coming out? I can't really think of anything.
Give me 1 second. I actually have a candler for that.
Or I could be proven wrong by Jesus. So it's all good.
Okay. So July, you said, right?
Yeah, July.
Let's see here. I still get my Game Informer. I don't know why. I was joking the other day that I went to GameStop and I forgot I was like, oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is June's releases. I know I have July's. There's an actual game coming out this year. F1 2019. Wait, what's the date? Samurai Showdown. There's still 3 games coming out this month. You got Samurai
really?
Showdown and The Sinking City and F1 2019.
Yeah, Sinking City came out. I didn't see the other ones though. Um,
I've never heard any of these three.
But yeah, I mean, before us really kind of getting into it, as far as releases, I mean, there's just not really a lot of news. So, yeah, there's just not a lot of news that kind of happens. So we figured that this would be a good break. So, like I said, we will be back, back in the fall. We just don't know at what date yet for season 3. But with E3 ending, obviously we got a lot of stuff going on. So we're kind of thinking about, and Jesus, I'll let you go first. Is what are your top most exciting games, or the games that are getting you most excited, that I would say would be released before next E3 that actually have an official, as of now, they have an official date before the next E3. So
let's see here.
So I would say go ahead and what do you got? What are you most excited about?
There is one, but I'm going to leave that one to you. Because I think you're a little bit more excited about that one than I am.
Okay. Barbie's Horsey Ride.
Yes, it's actually it's Princess Barbie's 2020 Adventure Island. Screw that joke. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about there.
Yeah.
I was close. Anyways, some of the games that I'm looking forward to, minus Mario Maker, because that's just about right around the corner. Is one is, after looking into it a little bit more, I'm kind of excited for the new Star Wars game a little bit more now. After I got to watch a little bit more gameplay from some other people.
I got excited when I found out it's not linear.
Oh, okay. You see? So I'm happy about that. So it's that is one for sure. It's one of those things that I've been kind of like, I enjoy the Star Wars universe. So I was really excited when like Battlefront came out, but that was super lackluster, and there was just so much a bad press behind that too. That just kind of bummed me out a little bit too, and it just kind of like got me away from Star Wars video games.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at this one, I was kind of hesitant already just going into it. So after watching the original E3 EA plays, like you can see my reactions to that on YouTube. I was like, it caught my attention, and then I like looked around a little bit more and watch some developers talk a little bit more about it. And like, yeah, this is on my list to buy, to keep a little bit more eye, but it's a buy for me. Next one that is for sure going to be a big buy no matter what. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'll probably end up buying both of them for reasons, but yeah, that one for sure. Like I think most of us are on this show a big Pokemon fan, and definitely this one is going to be one that I'm going to put a bunch of hours into it. I'll probably stream it for the first 2 weeks. I'll probably beat it within the first 2 weeks if I stream it. And then after, I'm just going to be grinding away the way I normally do Pokemon games and just try to get the perfect team, quote, or asterisk, technically.
Okay. And
then one for sure is that we've talked heavily on this podcast is Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah,
that one.
I get it. Yep.
That one, it has, ever since the 2018 E3 when they showcased that one, that was it got me. And then what happened this year? It's even better.
You just want to caress your hands through Keanu Reeves' hair, don't you?
Hey, what person alive doesn't want to just?
I mean, I know I want to. So
minus the memes. Overall, it's looking fantastic. I'm looking forward to. I'm just hoping. At the moment, I know CD Projekt Red's having a couple issues at the moment because of the state of the internet at the moment, because people are being idiots on the internet.
Yeah, they are.
So hopefully that doesn't deter them from their vision. That's one of the things that can now affect games.
No, I don't think so. I mean, there was naysayers with the Witcher 3 because the first two Witchers were not the greatest games. And I mean that game just blew people away. So yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
What are you talking about?
So a bunch of people. So there's a faction in Cyberpunk 2077 called the Animals. It's going to be one of the gangs there.
Yeah.
And for anyone listening, well, this is gaming news because it affects the industry to a point. The people are upset for the most part of this gang because most of their gang are African Americans, and the name of the gang is called the Animals. And the reason they're called the Animals, and the head of CD Projekt Red put out a statement saying the reason they're called the Animals is because of their animal-like tendencies to like kill people. Not all their members are African American. There's different races. It's just the ones they showcased were primarily African Americans. Not people just get so nitpicky these days and
Yeah, I get it. I know that we can walk a very thin line when it comes to this. I don't know. I don't want to say that he's trying to cover up, nor do I want to say that people are overreacting. But I mean, you're right though. I mean, if there is a way that it is portrayed and people are portraying it that way, then maybe they do have to kind of look at it. But obviously, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I do think that we have become ultra sensitive on a lot of things, which I will not get into because that's just asking for trouble on my part. But I think there are some social issues out there that people are they're sometimes just looking for an issue when it's not really there. Did you heard what happened with Billie Eilish, right?
No.
You know who Billie Eilish is, right?
Yeah, she's a young singer. Yeah. She's pretty big. She's popping right now, actually.
Yeah, she's actually really good. I like her stuff. And I guess she wears baggy clothes for a reason, because she even came out and said, she goes, I wear baggy clothes because I want people to listen to who I am, not for what I look like. Which I think is pretty cool or whatever. And mind you, she's 17. So
yeah, it's just her style.
It's just her style. Well, there's a picture that came out that she has a coat on, or a hoodie type sort of thing. But it's opened up and there's an undershirt, a guy's undershirt type sort of thing on. And she's got a dark bra on or whatever. And she basically she's a well-developed young lady. Let's just put it that way.
Ah.
Yes. So there's
the internet took hold.
Well, there's one person that called her thick. And people are just blowing up about it. And it's just first off, she's 17 years old. Okay. My thought on that is, I don't care if you're 17, I don't care if you're 70, I don't care if you're 7. Why don't you look at the girl and not to have to sexualize everything that's out there? There's obviously innuendo jokes, and there's and there's a lot of sex brings out a lot of comedy and a lot of comedic routines and stuff like that. Obviously that can happen. But I mean, for God's sake, if you look at the picture, there's nothing of her trying to be, provocative. Yeah, that's the best word for it. She's not trying to be provocative. It looked like fun in a crowd with people, and somebody had to sexualize it. And it's just there's no reason to. To me, Suicide Squad, the movie Suicide Squad, I didn't think it was a horrible movie. I mean, there's a lot of weird things that we can get into and talk about with it, but I don't think it was that horrible of a movie. The one thing though that I didn't like, there was one big thing I didn't like, was Margot Robbie. You kept looking, and her shorts just kept getting shorter and shorter and going up more up her butt, and it's just like, on a male end of my side, male or straight male side of me, believe me, I don't mind seeing that. I mean, that's okay, cool. I mean, she's an attractive woman, but on the other end of that, from just like a moviegoer, like it was enough that it got distracting in the movie that it's just like, why did they do that? You know what I'm saying?
I might need to do some research on that.
Yeah, if you do rewatch it, like her shorts just keep getting shorter and shorter. And I don't understand why, and it's just like, like I said, so like with what we were talking about, I think there's people that just kind of get,
hung up on a single thing.
Yeah. And it's just like this thing is like, okay, so they did that. This is what they saw, in the game. It's like maybe the game people the developers just don't even realize it. Why don't you give them the benefit of the doubt? Don't just jump over them and say, oh, they're this and that and the other thing. But on the other end, I can see that too, is that like, you got to be really conscious of what you're doing nowadays, because the wrong type of statement, the wrong type of portrayal of whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, could always be a negative connotation to it. So,
oh God, yeah.
But it ain't gonna stop me from buying the game, though.
Oh no. Sometimes it's weird. Remember back when it said like bad publicity can be good publicity?
Yep.
Or what was it? Is that the saying? Anyways, you know what I mean. Sometimes nowadays it's like bad publicity can just be purely bad publicity, and it just hurts the franchise, and it's. Yep. It's hurt a couple games, and I'm honestly while you were talking, I was honestly trying to, because there's been a few games that have been like knocked down because of the backlash of a lot of things, because people. Yep. And honestly, I can't think of any, because maybe they just didn't survive the times.
They probably didn't.
And it's rough for developers right now. Not only are like the way. Like we talked about it too. It's like everyone's their own critic now online.
Yeah.
Everyone can voice their opinion. And on top of that, it's just a tough market. And then on top of that, a lot of companies are just pushing their employees on top of that too.
Yep.
It's a rough industry at the moment. And there's been a lot of talks of kind of like. What is it? A lot of, actually, I think Phil Spencer from Microsoft actually recently put out a statement, just probably today or yesterday, of trying to levy the time people spend on developing games a little bit more.
Yep.
Like I'm happy to hear that, because sometimes it's not only what the game needs, what the people working on the game need.
Correct. No, I agree with you.
But getting back to some of the games to look forward to. Those are my three at the moment. So
you have Pokemon Sword and Shield,
Star Wars,
and Cyberpunk 2077.
Yes. So
awesome.
What's on your list?
So let's see. I have I am going to pick up Ultimate Alliance, but that I think that's close enough that I'm not really going to count that. Let's see. The one that you spoke of, I cannot. I am so just uber excited of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I just can't wait. There's just no words that I can describe of how much I'm psyched for it. I don't care if it's going to be horrible. I don't care if people are going to rip it apart. I don't care. I want to play the way that I saw. I want to play that game. I want to put it on my 4K 65-inch screen at home, turn up the surround sound, and just go at it.
I have a question for you for Final Fantasy VII a little bit. Do you have any concerns about them making it episodic?
No.
Really?
Not one. Let's put it this way. There's so much lore, there's so much storytelling, there's so much that they can do with this that make the game big, I don't care if the game is 400 hours long. Make it and do it. Like I said, I'm going to play it because that's the other thing too. I think this is the difference is that we know the story. Or I know the story. Okay?
No, okay, I'll continue. I'll have a statement afterwards.
Yeah. So I know the story. So I know what's going to happen. Unless they completely like get rid of the story and start making stuff up, that doesn't deal with the core story of things, then yeah, that's going to be an issue. But I know the story. I love the story. I think the story is one of the best stories in video games. The fact of the spin-offs that people can do and the fan fiction that people have been able to write about, I think it's absolutely genius. So if they're keeping the story and it's just going to take that long to do the story properly, I'm all for it.
Okay. So what I'm actually talking about is since they're doing it episodically, the content's just going to come out trickling little by little. What I worry about is them either delaying it or maybe even canceling somewhere down the line due to some issues.
Do you realize the first time? So I'm going to answer that with do you realize the first time I saw a remake suggestion of Final Fantasy VII?
No.
Just there was a suggestion that it could happen.
The reason I'm putting
it was on where is it? When was it shown? And of course, you're not gonna tell me.
As you look that up, the reason I'm mentioning it is because Square Enix like recently canceled like a lot of DLC for Final Fantasy 15 that was scheduled to be put out.
Mm-hmm.
And like they planned it all out, but due to I think it was cuts in staff that they had to scrap some content from that game and only released a couple episodes. And that's kind of one of the things I worry about is when things come episodic is you never know what might happen in a company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that's why I'm asking. It's like you worry about things because overall, Final Fantasy overall is a big franchise, but things can happen. So I just don't want to get put to a game where you get say the first 3-4 episodes and there's still like 2 or 3 more, and something happens and you're not going to get the last 2 episodes, and you're only left at episode 5. And that's it.
Honestly, I think it's too much of a hype for this game that they wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I think that they are going to complete it. I don't think that there's going to be anything that's going to stop them from completing it.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so. So in 2006, they did a tech demo. Sony did a tech demo for the PlayStation 3 to show off the graphics of the PlayStation 3 in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 2000, or the game came out in 1997. Okay. So you're looking, the game that was played, I think I finished my first playthrough in 1998, maybe 99. Okay. And then I played it a couple more times. And, basically in 2006, they announced this. So I would say that like the thought process happened in 2006. It's now 2019. It's going to come out in 2020. So that's 14 years. You know what I'm saying? That's 14 years of hoping and wanting. I don't mind them taking their time.
Okay.
as you can see it. I've already waited 14 years. I can wait a couple months, and then I can wait, after that I can wait a couple more. The other thing too is that I think it's hard for them not to necessarily finish the game. They just gotta. I think they just kind of figure out where it has to go the proper way, because they've already kind of laid down the foundation. You know what I'm saying? They have the models, the character models. They have all of that.
No, they have everything. They have everything. Like the foundation is set, and they just gotta produce the rest out there little by little.
And believe me, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that all suddenly the game's done. They can really waiting on it. No, but the hardest part of the game is environments and all of that, and the coding and all that. It's kind of already there.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's the most hyped game I'm waiting for. What's very, very, very close to it is Watch Dogs Legion.
That one's all kind of like I'm keeping an eye on it. Like first, I was a big fan of the first Watch Dogs. The second one didn't catch my attention that much, and I kind of fell off it. So I'm like hesitant a little bit. I like the premise that the next one's coming out with. So like what got you like certain that you want to get this one?
I really enjoyed the second one. So I'm actually playing through the second one for the second time. So I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed the first one. I love the thought process of hackers, all of that. And then the third one, the way it got to me was I like the fact that there's permadeath. I like the fact that you can hack a whole bunch of people, and there's going to be co-op. Just the concept to me is fun. Like it just seems like a fun game. And then honestly, the third part of it is, and it sounds so weird, is I like the fact that you can put different masks on. like the fact that there's a skull and there's bleeding from the eyes. I mean, that's awesome. Like it's just like, okay, cool. Like there hasn't been a proper game I think that has a good permadeath system in it too. So I think that that's really intriguing, to see where people go and how to find it and all that. It's something that if you check out our last podcast, Steve and I really, really dove into of the thought process of what they're doing. I think it's extremely innovative. And then I'm just kind of curious on the story, on how they're going to continue the story of things and all of that. And because there were ties from the first one to the second one, and I'm wondering how they're going to tie. Hopefully, they tie the third one into the first one and the second one. So,
all right.
And then this third one has kind of tripped me up because I really don't know. I really don't know what I'm really. I mean, obviously, I'm excited. Cyberpunk 2077. Obviously, I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the Star Wars game. I'm excited for. I'm excited for these things. I would say if I really had to pick, I'm excited for Cyberpunk 2077. But on top of that, I mean, Borderlands 3. Borderlands 3 looks amazing.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know why that's in my mind.
So I mean, all of that. I think the biggest thing that I want to do, I'm just happy that there's a good handful of games that are coming out. But once again, I'm just kind of a little disappointed that they're all kind of coming out around the same cluster of time. But hey, that's how the industry works. So, but no, I would, like my third one, I would say it's a toss up between Cyberpunk 2077 and Borderlands 3. So,
all right, these all sound like really fun games, honestly.
Yeah. we got to find out what we want and what we want to stream and what we can co-op and all of that. The other thing too is, speaking of co-op and streaming, just because we're not going to be recording, I am actually going to try to get more of a presence on streaming. Look throughout the summer of me popping up on our Twitch channel. And I know, Jesus, we host you if you pop up on yours. So
yeah, actually, I have a fun summer thing coming up. I'm gonna be doing a Minecraft isekai. It should be fun.
That's awesome. In fact, actually, another announcement, speaking of streaming and all of that, and more details will come once we start season 3, is we are partnering with the Controller Throwers stream group, and we are going to be doing Extra Life on the Extra Life Day, which is, I believe, the 2nd of November, 24 hours. And so you'll see us co-stream and all of that, and we'll play games together. And so 24 hours of streaming for children's cure to diseases. So, but we'll have more information on that when that gets presented in a couple of weeks, a couple months actually. So, but no, I think that's it. I just on a personal note, ending of season 2, Jesus, and I know that I expressed it to the other members of our group. I couldn't do this without you guys. So I appreciate all the hard work that you guys put into it. Everybody puts so much hard work into this and putting this podcast together and getting everything going, especially trying to schedule and having other lives and, our lives and you having your other podcasts. And we made some really good strides this season. I mean, we partner with OuchThatHurts.com. So OuchThatHurts, HERTZ.com. We really got the Discord chat going. And we're on the BS Podcast Network, with the Convoluted Podcast is also on there too. So anybody who doesn't know that's Jesus's podcast, Convoluted Podcast. So check that out.
And you'll be a guest on it soon, probably sometime this summer.
Sometime this summer. So yeah, look for me to be on there, and I'm looking forward to that episode coming out. And but just Jesus, thank you. Thank you to you. Thank you to Steve and Grace and Tuesday. And then I think most importantly, thank you to everybody who has downloaded us and keeps listening to us. And all of that. We wouldn't be any type of successful without you guys listening to us and commenting and letting us know and all of that. So please keep it coming. We love it. We love you guys. And unless you have anything else to add, Jesus, I think we're done for the night. I
got one thing to say.
No.
This is very important. Very important.
Okay, go.
I want to thank you, Dan, for over 2 years ago posting that one Reddit post looking for people. Thank you for taking the courage to just honestly courage to post something on Reddit.
Yeah, first off, thank you. That means a lot with that. And there was a lot of weeding out of people, to say, hey, contact me, let's do a podcast. And then just kind of talking with people. But thank you. That really means a lot to me. It's, like I said, it's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and
we're doing it.
We're doing it. We're into our second year, and I absolutely love every second of it. So, yeah. So thank you. That does mean a lot.
You're welcome.
So, okay. Well, until season 3, everybody be safe. Everybody have a great summer. Check us out on our Discord. We love you guys, and thank you again. And we'll talk to you in a couple of months.
Bye.